And kindly conduct the program because the time is pressing. It is already 3:05. I think people are waiting to know how wise can be financial matters. Thank you very much. Continue the program.
That's our President, Dr. Surendranath, sir. Now I request the Vice President, Central IAP, Dr. Ravi Kumar, sir, to give his inaugural remarks.
Yeah, I'm very poor in financial this thing because I don't have money. So I'm more interested in learning tips so that I will also on par with my, if impossible, of course, my twin brother. If not on par with my twin brother, here everybody is rich. Arjun is a million, Karorpati, Pavan already. So I don't know. There is no equal person.
Sir, we are all equally financially illiterate, sir. Now let us make this.
Yes,
We can.
I am poor also. So I want to more concentrate on the THIRUMALAI sir lecture and whoever is the financiers are coming. So I want to learn the ABCD of A. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. Now I think Satish, one of the coordinator for this program, to just initial 2 remarks, and followed by we'll invite the speakers straight away. Yeah. Any Central IAP EB members, please identify yourself, sir. Dr. Narayan Reddy, sir, Dr. Yashwant Rao, sir, Dr. Narahari, sir. Please raise your hand if you are here. Yeah, Satish.
Yeah.
A few remarks.
So good afternoon all. I'll just put in a 2-line instructions for all the participants. So all the team of coordinators for this financial fitness week have decided that let this not be a monotonous lecture series. So keeping that in perspective, we are going to conduct quiz on that 5 key takeaways from each session. I request everybody to participate in that. Secondly, we'll be giving out handouts and Excel sheets for you to work out on your own. Please participate in that as well. So this is going to be a hands-on workshop. As you'll go ahead, you'll come to know what in-hand practices you can do. And third thing, enjoy the session. That's a good initiative by Pats. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Satish. It's really a very good initiative. It's not going to be a monotonous lecture. We are giving worksheets. Like this, every Friday, it's like a loading dose. And entire week, we are going to get a nice important snippets from the experts daily to read. Like it's a maintenance dose will be there throughout the week, and loading dose every Friday we'll be having. For next 8 weeks, we are going to have a pediatrician as a financial wizard. That is our dream, which we are going to achieve as a one team. It's a very good auspicious thing that in the beginning itself, we have 122 participants who have already joined. I think that shows the craze of the program. Thank you so much. With that, I welcome a few remarks from our lead coordinator, Dr. Ajay Kumar sir. And Ajay Kumar sir will be introducing THIRUMALAI Kolundu sir, and the program will start at 2 minutes, sir. Sir, you can yes, sir, unmute, sir. Sir, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is a wonderful program which we have formulated and curated for you. With PATS as the main body hosting this under State Branch of Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Telangana. There are topics chosen where it's a vast topic of finance planning, finance savviness. So, but the experts have recommended few topics only, and we have spread it out over a period of 8 weeks. Every Friday afternoon, 3 to 4:30. Please mark it in your calendar. We are going to have a very good speakers, chosen mixed faculty from both pediatricians and experts from the finance field, from Mumbai, from Vizag, Visakhapatnam, and from all over India, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. So there is going to be an initial pioneering effort of PATS, which we are doing it in this COVID time where the finances are very, very stretched out. People are struggling to make their ends meet. The income from our profession have been hit very badly, not only for doctors, for all around us in the society. So in this period, finance savviness, finance knowledge makes definitely a big difference. And our inspiration today for this particular thing, workshop is Dr. THIRUMALAI Kolundu from Tamil Nadu. Sir is a practicing pediatrician of 40 years experience in private practice. He was the president of the Tamil Nadu Indian Academy of Pediatrics state chapter. Sir was also the ex-finance committee member of the Central Indian Academy of Pediatrics, a financial body which recommends and formulates policies for Indian Academy of Pediatrics, which is a membership strength of 35,000 members all over India with 350 branches. And the pediatricians being the main members with a huge academic and social service activities. Sir was the finance committee member. He's authored almost 6 to 8 small books, and all of them are runaway hits. They are available on Amazon, on Flipkart, for you to subsequently go through those books, whatever he is teaching today, and guided us also, inspired us also to talk on these subjects. Over to Dr. THIRUMALAI Kolundu. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, unmute, sir. Sir, unmute.
So it is a great privilege for me for calling this excellent meeting. I think this is first in the history of IAP in India. So it is a great meeting. So we will be talking about finance then and there, but making it as a structured form and giving it for 8 weeks and making them to work for themselves is a great thing. So my special appreciation to all of you for arranging this wonderful meeting. So without wasting time, I think I will go into the topic. Is it clear? Is it clear, sir?
Sir, it is visible, sir. You are sharing your slides on the screen.
Yes.
I am able to see.
Yes, sir. See, when you take personal finance, like before Christ and after Christ, we can divide this personal finance into before COVID, after COVID. See, I started my crusade of imparting financial knowledge to the doctors in the year 2017. But the response from the doctors was very lukewarm. So most of them, they were not attending, they were not listening. But only after COVID has started its dangerous activities, then only they have realized that personal finance is very important. So after COVID, the response to know about personal finance is very great. At this juncture, this team is organizing such a wonderful meeting where you are going to learn the entire personal finance in 8 weeks' time. And you are going to have a pre-test, post-test. So it is a very good program. My congratulations to all of you. Then, what is going to be the aim of this workshop? See, at the end of the workshop, you are going to be like this. You are going to be a smiling man with a lot of money, with a lot of time, you have a lot of happiness. You are going to be very happy with your family. You are spending more time with your family, and you are not going to work 24/7, and you are going to be a happy man. So this is the aim of this workshop. Then, what is the need for financial knowledge for doctors? Why we are in need of a knowledge? See, our studies, you know very well, it is one of the toughest studies in the entire world. See, you are up to 23 years, you are doing MBBS course, then wait for 1 or 2 years, writing NEET, you are selected, then again you are waiting another NEET.
Sir Kolundu sir, please unmute yourself once, sir, because I have muted all because there is disturbance coming out from the audience. So now only co-host can unmute themselves, sir.
Sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah.
So we are waiting. We are finishing our MBBS course 1 or 2 years, again NEET, then there is a specialist course, then again another wait, then super specialist course. So when you finish all these things, it is already 35 or 40 years old. So it is a long studies. Then if you want to start a hospital after finishing everything, it is a capital intensive. Even if you take IT sector, it is not capital intensive. Very little capital is enough, but hospital needs a lot of capital. Then slowly corporates are creeping inside and inside and inside. So it has become, due to various rules and regulation, it has become very difficult to run small sized and medium sized hospitals. They are facing a lot of difficulties to run the hospitals. Then we may be working 24/7, but we are the most underpaid person in the world. For example, I will tell you the small example. One day, a person who is having a shop, multi-brand retail shop, he came to me to show his child. And he asked me a difficult question. Doctor, how much you are earning every day? So I don't know whether to answer him or not. I was very reluctant because whatever the amount I am telling, it will be looking very meager. So without looking for my answer, he came out with this answer. Sir, whatever you may be earning, which I will earn by selling 2 large TVs. Yes, correct. That fellow is earning the same amount of money which I am earning after working for 10 to 12 hours by selling 2 TVs, large TVs. So we are most underpaid. Then there is some change in the family tree also. When I started my practice in 1980, I got married at the age of 23. Then the demand from the spouse was not much. So when we go out for at 8 o'clock, we'll be come back only in the night, 11 o'clock. They will not tell anything. Even children, they didn't expect. But now the thing has changed. Your wife wants the husband to be with her in the evenings. Children wants the father to spend time with them. So the time, like me, you can't work for 10 to 12 hours. Then you will face the problem of divorce. So you can't work 10 to 12 hours. So you can only work for 6 to 8 hours maximum. So the demand has changed. Then yearly burnout. Doctors, because of a lot of overwork and tension, they get all disease earlier. So yearly burning out. So this is the reason why we must have adequate financial knowledge. Right. Now, better than all of us, I call COVID as a great financial teacher because it has given 3 lessons for us. Number 1, your professional income should be one of the source of income, not the only source of income. You have to have alternative source. Then all of us save. There is no question. We are all saving. But more than saving, investing wisely is more important. Whatever you may be saved, unless you invest properly, you are not going to be benefited. So that part is very important. Third thing, the debt-free companies, they were able to survive better in the COVID time. The debt companies which have a lot of debt, they have not survived this COVID onslaught. Similarly, a person who is a debt-free and cash-rich, they are going to survive. So the 3 lessons which we have learned COVID, we are going to implement in our personal finance. Then, what should be the road to happy life? See, search for an alternative source of income, because suddenly your profession can come to a temporary standstill. So you must have an alternative source of income. Then try to become rich or at least wealthy quickly. Don't get wealthy at the age of 60, 65, no use at all. You try to become wealthy at a younger age quickly. Then you try to attain financial independence at an earlier age. You enjoy life. While everybody is enjoying life, why not you enjoy? Why should you work 24/7, all 365 days? You enjoy your life. Life is, after all, like a smaller one. You can have an enjoyable life and spend quality time with your family. So this is a road to happy life, where everything depends on the money you are going to save and you are going to create. Then we are going to enter into the personal finance. Personal finance, it's a coin which has got 2 sides. One side of the coin is the wealth creation. Another one is wealth protection. Whatever wealth you are created, unless you know how to protect it, it will not be good. So you must know both are how to create, how to protect. Then we are going into one by one. We are going to see wealth creation. Before going to wealth creation, I will just give my life experience, why I have taken up this thing of educating doctors. See, this is my life. This is my marriage photo at the age of 23. I got married at the age of 23, just finishing my house agency. So I was employed in the government service with just a pay of 690 rupees. So money was a rare commodity. I was physically happy, emotionally happy, but monetarily I was very poor because only 690 was my pay. Then slowly my practice started picking up. money started flowing slowly. I made a lot of unwise decision. I lot of bought shares, mutual funds, all wrong investment. So I lost a lot of money. So when I finished my phase 2, now I have become 55 years old. Now I have gained adequate knowledge. Now I am able to judge which is the best investment in which share you have to buy. So I'm able to earn whatever the earning which I got, I earned only between 55 and 65. I gained knowledge, but the thing is, I have become too late. So if a person who is at 35 years has gained adequate knowledge, he'll be in a better place. So I want to teach to the youngsters what are all the mistakes I have committed, how to avoid those mistakes. Then we are going to have a health creation. So first of all, before wealth creation, you understand 4 cardinal rules of wealth creation. Number 1, you understand about the basics of the personal finance. So knowledge, here Warren Buffett says, knowledge is compounding. So if you learn knowledge like a compound interest, it is going to increase. Then you plan what are all your short-term goal, like buying a car, or buying a house. What are all your long-term plan? Buying a house, children marriage, children education, and your retirement. These are all long-term plans. So you first take your plans. What are all short-term plans, long-term plans? Then you start execute these plans. What to save for short-term goals, what to save for long-term goals, how to save, how to invest. You plan all these things, you start execute. Then when you start executing, you always periodically monitor your investment. If something is going wrong, you adjust your investment so that you are not leading to a loss. So these are all cardinal rules of wealth creation. Then how to increase your revenue? First of all, you are to learning 3 mantras. Number 1, money should earn money. So far you earned some money. You just put the money in the field. Let that money, instead of sitting idle, should earn the money. The money you have earned should earn more. So that is the first mantra. Number 2, you may be sleeping in the night, but the money should not sleep. Even when you are sleeping, your money should be earning. So there is no rest for your money. It should be earning all the 24 hours. Then don't keep the money idle for even a single day. If you are keeping 1 lakh idle for 1 year, you are losing 8,000 rupees if FD interest is 8%. So don't put your money idle for even a single day. So with these 3 mantra in our mind, we are going to do some wise investment. So wise investment is investing in mutual funds. And we are going to do some business. So you are going to buy shares. Say I got Asian Paints shares. I am an owner of a paint company. I got Maruti Suzuki. I am a owner of the automobile company. So you are going to own so many companies. So you are going to enter into business. You are going to buy shares. Then most dangerous fellow in our life is the loans we are taking for house, cars, like that. So what you have to be very careful with your loan, and you are going to reorganize your loan so that the interest outgo is not much. Then we are going to choose the 3 steps to become wealthy. Number 1, understand some basics. Number 2, invest wisely in mutual funds. Number 3, never hesitate to buy shares or invest in shares. So these 3 things which we are going to keep it in our mind to become wealthy. We'll see one by one. First of all, let us see 6 basic things in finance. Number 1, you first know your assets and liabilities. Number 2, you must learn something about compounding power. Third thing, why you should start to save earlier. Then for everything, there should be a plan. So what is the rule of budgeting? How to put a budget? Then there is one more thing, self-medication. We always say self-medication is very dangerous. But regarding finance, we always do self-medication. We make wrong investment in insurance and all. So you can have a good financial advisor. Then you have to attain financial independence at an earlier age. So these are all 6 basic things which we'll see one by one. See these assets versus liability. We've got cash, FD, GPF, PPF, gold, jewelries, mutual fund, shares. All these things are assets for you. Similarly, you have got car loans, housing loan, credit card loan, so many loans. What are all loans possible we are taking? So loans are all liabilities. At any point of time in your life, if your liability is more than the assets, That means you are entering into the dangerous field. You are entering into the field with full of mines. So be careful. Always your assets should be more than the liabilities. Today itself, you take a paper, write what are all your assets, what are all the liabilities, see whether your assets are more than the liabilities. Number two, what do you mean by power of compounding? It is very simple. You put 1,000 rupees in the bank for 8% interest. For next year, you will be getting 80 rupees as interest. So that the 80 rupees plus 1,000 rupees will be again put into FD. So for the next year, you will be getting interest for 1,080 rupees. So this will be going on increasing. This is nothing but power of compounding. So Albert Einstein, it calls it as the eighth wonder in the world. You'll have a small example. You are investing 15,000 rupees every month for 15 years, and you are investing at 15%. Total amount you invested is only 27 lakhs. At the end of the 15 years, your money is going to become 1 crore. Instead of 15 years, see the power of compounding, see the power of compounding. More number of years, more number of corpus. So instead of 15 years, same thing, you are going to do it for 30 years. So you are saving instead of 27 lakhs, 54 lakhs. So now you will be thinking instead of 1 crore, you will be having 2 crores. No, you are going to have a corpus of 10 crores. So that is the power of compounding. So always you remember about the power of compounding. Then, what is the issue? Why should you start to save earlier? Take these two fellows, A and B. A is starting at the age of 25 and B at 35. A is saving 10,000, B is saving more, 15,000. Both are investing for 15% up to the age of 55. Both have saved only 36 lakhs. Equally, they have saved. But the corpus of A is 7 crores, but the corpus of B is only 3 crores. Why A has accumulated 7 crores? Because he started to save 10 years earlier. So as soon as you started to earn, you started saving and investing. Then, while you're saving, you always, whatever thing you want, you put the money. Whatever way you want, you invest. But always keep one thing in mind. Post-tax return should beat the inflation. That is very important. Now the inflation is 6%. Now you are going to put your money in FD at 5%. So what is going to happen? Next year, your 100 rupees is going to become 99 rupees. That way, after paying income tax, 5% interest is going to become only 3.5%. So the 100 rupees will become 97.5 rupees next year. So your money is devalued. So whatever returns you are getting from investment should beat the inflation, and your post-tax return should beat the inflation. Very important point. Then, rule of budgeting. See, when you give a budget, after all, we have to enjoy life and save. So you 20, 50, 30 rule you follow. First, carry home pay, you take away the 20% as saving and you invest. Remaining 80%, 50% for essentials like housing, utilities, and 30% for your lifestyle choices like going out, going abroad. So many things are there. We have to enjoy life also. 30% is for that. So keep this small budget in the mind when you are spending. 1 rupee saved is 1 rupee more earned. Dr. Ajay sir told very beautifully. So you always remember that. Then, what could be the role of a financial advisor? He can do so many things. He can match your asset and liability. What are all your long-term, short-term goals? He can have a plan, and he can choose a good mutual fund and share for you. He can reorganize your loans. Most common mistakes we commit is in insurance. Most of us commit a lot of mistakes in insurance. He can correct those mistakes, and he can help you in hospital management also. But the only thing you have to be careful while choosing a financial advisor, it should be unbiased, no vested interest, it should be qualified or SEBI certified. See, one doctor sent me his mutual fund portfolio for my opinion. And if he was having 20 mutual funds, out of the 20 mutual funds, 19 mutual funds were invested in HDFC Group. I asked him why you have invested in HDFC Group, because his financial advisor is working in HDFC. So all his mutual funds are invested only in HDFC. So no vested interest. You select a good financial advisor. That is very important. Finally, we are coming to the final basics. What is financial independence? You've got income, expense, and you're having your saving and creating assets. And you are getting income from your assets. Similarly, you've got liabilities like car loan, housing loan, and you are paying interest for that. That is adding up to the expense. If the income from your assets can take care of your expense, even when there is no job or when you shut your clinic for COVID, then you become wealthy, you attain financial independence, you can just retire and you can enjoy life like this with the same wife, or you can go for second honeymoon, either with the same person or the different person. That is your choice. I don't interfere. And you can enjoy. The greatest enjoyment for any man is to spend time with the grandchildren. You forget everything. My 8-year-old grandchild can answer many of the financial questions asked.
Sir, please unmute, sir.
Is it clear, sir?
Now it is clear, sir.
Now we are going to the road to wealth. 5 options are there. See, mutual fund share. I'm not going to details. So I'm going to have only a superficial view. Mutual fund, shares, fixed income securities, gold, real estate. Only 5 options are there for us to invest. There are some more things like Bitcoins. I will not go into that because they are all risky. We don't need any risky investment. Then we'll take one by one. Mutual fund. See, mutual fund is a very good investment. When you compare, share is best or mutual fund is best. For shares, you need a lot of knowledge. For mutual fund, the only thing, you have to select a good mutual fund. That is a fund manager in the mutual fund. He'll be selecting good stocks. So mutual fund is a good investment. I get nearly 12% to 15% income from my mutual funds. Only thing, it is a long-term investment for 5 to 7 years. So when you buy mutual fund, always go for a direct online plan. If you go through a broker or an agent, you'll be losing 1% interest. Then, if you got a huge amount of money, never put the money as a lump sum in the mutual fund. Because when the Sensex is 50,000, you put 10 lakhs, next day it goes to 46,000, you are going to lose 4 or 5 lakhs within one day. So never put a lump sum in a mutual fund. Always either put a systematic investment plan every month, you invest something in the mutual fund, or the lump sum amount you put it in a liquid fund. Periodically, every month you transfer to the equity fund, that is called systematic transfer plan, STP. So whenever you buy a mutual fund, you go for an open fund because closed funds are locked for 3 years, you can't sell it. Then if you keep the equity fund for 1 year or debt fund for 3 years, you'll have IT benefit. Then finally, there is one great problem with the doctors. So whoever comes and asks them to put money in the mutual fund, a patient, relative, or any agent, they'll be very kind-hearted. They'll put the money. So I've seen one lady who sent her portfolio. She was having 100 mutual funds in her portfolio. So that is a very wrong thing. Never invest more than 5 to 7 funds, then only you can follow your mutual funds. I have given a small thing of how I invest. It is not a strict rule. This is how I invest. I invest one large cap, one index fund, one large and mid cap one, flexi cap one, mid cap one, ELSS one. Previously, I was investing in small cap. Since my age is 65, now I stopped small cap. Only ELSS also I don't have now because I got some other source for tax-free ATC benefit. And these are all the mutual funds I have invested with very good returns. Now I am getting around 18 to 20%. Even if it is not so, I'll be getting 15% surely. So this is the way to invest in a mutual fund. Next, we are going to world of shares. This is a common thing. Even in movies, you can see somebody say you got a loss in stock market. Immediately, he will develop a myocardial infarction. He will fall down, and the heroine will marry some other person. You've seen a lot of movies. So everybody says it is highly risky. It is a gambling like a horse trading. Then you will become bankrupt if you enter into the world of shares. But all these statements are false. If you want to become rich, if you want to become attain financial independence at an earlier age, necessarily you have to enter into shares. That too without any problem. You have to select carefully, invest carefully, you will never lose money. I am investing in shares from 1983. My average working is 20% I am getting in shares. Nowhere else you can get unless you are giving for local person for money some for interest. So you are getting 20% in shares. So necessarily a young person should invest in shares. Then before investing into the shares, first you classify yourself whether you are a passive investor or an active investor. If you are a passive investor, you have got a very busy practice 24/7, no time to meet your spouse or children, yet you want to invest in shares and get at least a returns of 12%. You are going to be a passive investor. You've got time to read and analyze about the stocks. You expect more returns. Since you are reading and analyzing, you are expecting more returns. You can expect a returns of 50 to 20%. You are going to be an active investor. What each person should do? If you are a passive investor, you invest, have a demat account, and you invest in a exchange traded fund. For example, Nifty Bees means you are going to invest your money in the top 50 companies of the which makes up the Nifty. If Nifty next 50 means it is the next top 50 companies from after the 50. So you are going to put your money in Nifty Bees means it will be invested in the top 50 companies. What I am doing is every time when the Sensex falls by 500 or 1000 points, I immediately buy 100, 200 or 500 units of Nifty Bees. This way I am doing for the past 12, 15 years. I am getting minimum 12%, maximum 15%. So this is one good way of passive investing. Then what about active investing? Very easy. You choose best sectors, 6 or 7 sectors, how to select, I am going to write in the subsequent days, what are all the best sector, each sector stock I am going to analyze. I am going to give whatever thing I am giving, you can read within 3 minutes. That way I am writing. You will never take more than 3 minutes to do my writing. So you choose 6 or 7 sectors, best in two companies in each sector. Whenever Sensex goes down 500 or 1000 points, you buy 5 or 10 shares. If the share price is more or your share price is less, you can buy 100 or 50 shares. This way you continue for 15 years or 20 years. Definitely you will become rich. Nobody can prevent you from becoming rich. Then fixed income securities, younger people don't go near because you are going to get only 5 or 6%. Then the elders and retired people, it is okay. For young people, never go near these fixed income securities, only very limited amount. So what are all fixed income securities? There are a lot of things like bank FD, post office schemes, and liquid funds, debt funds, tier 1, tier 2 bonds by RBI bond, debentures, all these things comes under fixed security. It is only suitable for elderly, retired people. Even you can have only very limited. If your age is 30, you can have 30% in fixed income securities, not more than that. Then what about the best thing? See, when you invest in a bank deposit, you are going to get only 5%. Up to 5 lakhs in a single bank is insured. You will not lose money. Post office gives at least 1% more. And all of you should have a PPF account. Why I am telling, now the lock-in period is 15 years. This is tax-free income. The interest is tax-free. So you'll be getting almost nearly 10%. So all of you invest in PPF account. Similarly, if you're having a girl child of less than 10 years, all of you invest in Suganya Samriddhi Yojana, because again here also the interest is tax-free and your final amount is not a capital gains tax also not there for that. So these two are very good schemes. If you are a senior citizen, there are 2 good schemes for you with a good interest rate. Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, Pradhan Mantri Vaina Yojana. Each you can invest up to 15 lakhs. So these are all 2 good schemes for elderly people. Then we are going to the next gold. Gold, if you think that ornamental gold is an investment, never. So this is only one investment where you are going to lose 25% of your money on the day one. For example, you are buying 4 sovereigns of gold. They are going to charge you for 5 sovereigns as a making charge and wastage. So day one, you are going to lose 20 to 25%. So never invest in ornamental gold as an investment. It is only for our spouse and children as a gift. Then if you want to invest in gold, only invest 5 to 10%. That too, invest as a paper gold. Either you buy sovereign gold bond, which will give you 2.5% interest every year, and the total final amount is capital. You need not pay capital gains for that. It is free from capital gains. So you can go for sovereign gold bond or gold ETF. Never invest in ornamental gold. Then we are going to real estate. If you are fond of buying flats after flats, think twice. Buy the first flat without any hesitation. Flat is a very, very, very bad investment. So if you are going to buy a second flat, you think twice or thrice and take a decision of not buying. And if you are going to buy plots, it's better. If you can choose a good place to buy a plot, it is always better. If it is going to be commercial properties, it is again, it's very good. If you are not confident about commercial property, you can do one more thing. There is one thing, what is called REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. You put 1 lakh or 2 lakhs in that REIT, they will invest in commercial properties. Every 6 months, they will give you money by way of, rent, and by selling the property, they will be giving you money. So this has become very popular in foreign countries. Then even if you invest in a good mutual fund, it will give the same rate like a real estate. Wealth protection. So we have finished with the wealth creation. Now we are going for wealth protection. We need 5 securities: financial security, life security, health security, professional security. And this is very dangerous nowadays. If somebody, 95 years old man, comes and dies, immediately the relatives comes and beat us. So even 95 years old man should not die. So that is the people expectation now. So you need a professional insurance and home insurance. All these things are wealth protection. We will not go into much details. What is a financial protection? See, at any time, you may not be able to go to your job. So what you must do, 6 months of your expense, you have to keep it ready as a liquid cash. So either you can put it in an SB account, where you will be getting only 3% interest. Instead of that SB account, you can put that 6 months money in liquid fund, where you will be getting 4.5 to 5%. So if you want the money to back, you can take back the money in 1 working day. So it's a better option to keep the financial security money or 6 months of the expense in a liquid fund. Then life security, this is one area. Insurance is one area. We take a lot of wrong decisions. There are a lot of policies like endowment policy, then there are money back policy. There are so many policies. First, remember one thing, insurance is security. Don't mix security and investment. It is only security. So you take only term insurance. Even if you lose, like car insurance, you are going to lose the premium, leave alone. It is only security. How much you have to take insurance? 10 to 15 times of your annual income plus your liabilities. For this much amount, it is difficult to pay premium for an endowment policy. So always go for term insurance. Health security, you take a family floater, include yourself, spouse, 2 children and parents. You can up to 6 persons you can include in a family floater. Minimum 10 lakhs you take a health insurance and add up with a top up of 15 lakhs. So that way you can reduce the premium. It is a very must. And professional security, all of us are having indemnity insurance. Home protection, a lot of tsunami coming, a lot of Andhra is very famous for cyclones. And you must always have house protection, where a very small amount you can take a home insurance. Then we are coming to the final part. We have seen wealth creation, wealth protection. Now we are coming to the final part. What about our debts? See, debt is a very dangerous thing. See, we are easily taking 1 crore loan and buying a house. We are taking a loan. Whenever we take a loan, we take always for a long term. So there is one common mistake we commit. When you take a loan, it should be a shorter period, not a longer period. If you want to pre-close your loan, it should be in the early half the part of your loan period, not the later half part of the period. So if you are taking 1 crore loan, if you are going to pay back in 10 years, you are going to pay 1.57 crores. If the same loan you are repaying at 25 years, you are going to pay for 1 crore loan, you are going to pay 2.7 crores. Do you think that you can sell that house for 2.7 crores? That house will be 25 years old. Nobody will buy. So always think about the loan and the EMI. Be careful. Then, what is the art of reducing the EMI? You want to reduce the EMI. How you got to reduce the EMI? I mean, how you want to reduce the loan period. How to do it? Very simple. You increase your EMI by 5% every year. In 20 years, loan will end by 12 years. You increase your EMI by 10% every year, your loan will end by 9 years. Somebody is offered you a loan for 11.75%. Somebody else is offering for 9.9%. Now you are paid only for 2 years. You got 18 years period. Now you change over from that fellow to this fellow. You are going to save not 1, 2. You are going to save 52 EMIs. You are going to save. How much you are saving? Small things we are not taking care. We are not bothered because of lack of time. But we are losing a lot of money because of all these things. So be careful always. Then the entire finance, what I have told so far, I am going to give you as a 2 minutes module. This is a 2 minutes module on personal finance. Number 1, first take a term insurance. Before this, you can add one more thing. For 6 months on your family expense, you save it in a liquid fund as a financial security. You can create this as a first one. Second one, you take a term insurance 10 to 15 times of your annual income plus liability. Then you go for health insurance, 10 lakhs minimum, top of 15 lakhs. Then third thing, fixed sum income securities. What is your age? If you are 30 years, 30% you can invest in this. You always go for debt fund rather than post office FDs or bank FDs. Better you choose a debt funds. Then, if you want to buy gold, 5 to 10% only, that too you have to buy only as a paper gold. Real estate, if you want to buy a flat, first flat, without any hesitation, you buy. Whatever way you want to buy. But second flat, think twice, thrice, never buy the second flat. Mutual fund, already I told, 5 to 7 funds, you diversify only that much. Then shares, I have told you, if you're a passive investor, you invest in Nifty Bs whenever the Sensex goes down. If you're an active investor, select 20 best companies. Whenever Sensex goes down, buy, add for years. You'll become rich. Then income tax. For 80C benefit, ELSS and PPF are the best thing. And if there is any tax-free returns available, for example, PPF is tax-free, Suganya Samriddhi Yojana is tax-free, you can always choose tax-free returns. Then if your wife is in the lower tax bracket, you can gift some money to your wife. Before going to that, you just ask your auditor whether clubbing provision will apply. If it will not apply, you can gift some money to your spouse and you can reduce the income tax. So this is the 2 minutes module for personal finance. Then we can never forget this man. When we are all playing in the roads, at the age of 11, he started investing in shares. He is becoming rich only by investing in shares, nothing else. He has not started any great business. He gives us 2 rules. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. So these are all the 2 important rules given by this genius of our time, Warren Buffett. Then finally, some promotion material. I've written 4 books. Wise investment. I'm very happy to say that 6,000 copies have sold out of this first book, Wise Investment. Then another book, Investment in Shares. Third book is Investment in Mutual Funds. Fourth book is Art of Choosing the Ideal Insurance. These books are available in Amazon Kindle, not a hard copy, Amazon Kindle. Nothing is impossible. If you want a hard copy, just give a WhatsApp message to my number. I can send the book by way of speed post or something. Nothing is a problem. Book will reach you by 4 or 5 days. Then finally, if you learn to take a aim properly, you are nowhere going to miss a target. Especially if the teacher is not going to like me, but like her, you are never going to miss the target. So thank you. Once again, I thank the organizers, Ajay Kumar sir, Pavan sir, Surendranath sir, for giving me the great opportunity. So it is wonderful to talk to you all. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Kolundu. Am I audible, sir? Thank you so much
Yes,
for
sir.
the wonderful talk. In fact, without going to your books, I can see that there must be a great content inside your books. Your presentation was, sir, very crisp and very quick for the beginners. I have quickly noted down few questions in the chat box. Pavan sir, what do you say? Can I address few questions before we go on to next talk?
Yeah, because it's already we are little running late. I think let us finish the talk first of Ajay Kumar sir. Then we can go for questions.
Okay. Before I go ahead, just one question I'll address, sir. Somebody has posted. Kulundu sir, would you like to answer this or should I take it up?
So before answering the question, sir, I have learned finance only by experience, not by education. So I may not be able to answer all the questions. If I know, I will answer, sir.
So somebody has posted a question that some good liquid fund options, sir. Is arbitrage funds a good option to take it up?
Yes, sir. Liquid fund, I choose ICICI Prudential Liquid Fund because I have connected the ICICI Liquid Prudential Fund with ICICI account, my account. So whenever I got surplus money, immediately I will shift that money to ICICI Prudential. Whenever I need the money, immediately I will shift back to the account. So I can do it with the click of a smartphone. So, sir, liquid funds are almost less risky. So in any liquid fund, you can invest.
So I will just add few points here, sir, for liquid funds. Basically, a liquid fund is like a mutual fund where you have a bunch of asset classes. So the only difference is short-term fund, liquid fund, medium-term, ultra-short, and arbitrage. So the difference is, suppose there are bonds which are 5-year bonds. So that fund tends to vary a little lesser. The volatility of the liquid funds is lesser and the yield will be slightly higher, 7% or 6% possibly in these times. If you choose a short-term fund, the asset durations will be approximately 9 months, 6 months, 3 months. So depending on how long you want to park the money, let us say I want to use this money as a retired person for next 3 years. I would say go for a gilt fund, which is a slightly longer asset class, 3 years, 5 years asset class. If you are parking your money just for 1 month, Satish, I'm waiting for a good opportunity for Sensex to crash. Then possibly ultra short funds or liquid funds. Somebody has asked about arbitrage funds. Arbitrage funds is done by big capital houses where they buy from Bombay Stock Exchange at 10 rupees and sell at National Stock Exchange at 10.05. Small difference. They'll get the benefit of between two markets. And they keep doing it in large volumes. By doing that, they generate 3 to 4% or 5%. So again, arbitrage fund is for a short duration parking, 1 month, couple of months like that. But if you're looking forward to possible parking of 6 months to 9 months, possibly you're looking at longer duration asset liquid class funds. I will discuss them in more detail, but let us invite our most Ajay sir. Pavan sir, can you to introduce Ajay sir?
Yeah, thank you. It's always a privilege for me to introduce my mentor in NRP, Newborn Resuscitation Program. He's the one who brought me into NRP programs and all. And together we have conducted more than 80 to 100 workshops in Hyderabad and around. So I welcome sir, Dr. Ajay Kumar sir. He is the first founder president of Pediatric Academy of Telangana State. So being a secretary, my salutations to you, sir, for such a structured organization you founded for us. And he is a very tech savvy, and he is also in computer science that group of IAP. He's a very key, plays a key role there also. So sir has a very good financial management group. So I request Dr. Ajay Kumar sir. Sir is also like, you know, he's the organizing secretary of APA Pedican 2016. So he has a very great, enriched experience, and he is the master trainer of all the newborn resuscitation program, the single most important intervention which has brought down the neonatal mortality rate. So sir is going to enlighten us today on the safe personal finance protection and all. I think I welcome you, sir. Dr. Ajay Kumar sir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pavan. Thank you, participants. for that nice introduction. What I think I can do the justice now is, after such a wonderful talk by our senior inspiring mentor, I will say, it is like Ekalavya. I don't know, sir is knows about it or not. He is my teacher in remote distance, because I learned to dwell into the finances and get inspired by his books. And he presented to me his first book at the finance committee meeting at Central IAP, which I read, Wise Investments for the Doctors. I read it page to page almost 2 times, and I made notes, and also I made some talks earlier in January for Indian Academy of Pediatric Principles branch conference, and also state branch conference, picking up notes from your book, sir. Thank you very much. My pranams to you first. So now I'd like to share my screen. I have particularly chosen the talk, just what sir has told, an extension of it. And that extension means that how we go about planning, what are the important things in planning, what are the points you must look for planning. These are the few of the things I thought I will share with you all in my next 20 to 30 minutes. And then we will have a final, time permits, then we'll have some discussion. Otherwise, we have kept the last particular session on the day 8 of Friday from today, 2-hour session for discussion on all the topics, all the matters, with the panelists available to all of us. So I'm started this sharing the screen. Dr. Pavan, can we see the screen?
Sir, we are able to see the screen. Make it full screen, sir.
I'm just about to make. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, it is very well seen, sir. Yeah, you're audible and visible, sir. Yeah.
Can you see the whole screen, or is it?
No, it's only the half screen now. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm able to.
So just besides the 70% down, sir. Near the 70% on the right downside, right side down, near 70%. There is an icon. Besides that, yeah, this side, sir. Besides 70%. So come down, sir. Come still more down.
So there is a strip there. Which
is, in that strip, besides 70%, left side of the 70, right side of the 70%, you can just click on that. It will come to slideshow. So right downside, entire right downside.
Let me see. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect, sir. Now it is full screen. Yeah.
So first I will pay my tributes and respect to our doctors. Almost more than 800 doctors have lost their lives since the pandemic, which has come into picture from last March 2020 and put the whole world into problems: economic crisis, professional crisis, personal crisis, and mental crisis. And we have lost our great doctors. Yesterday also I lost my senior, Dr. Ishwar Prasad, to the COVID. And my heartfelt condolences to all the families and health workers in this particular tragedy, which is we are going around us in our environment.